assists for Holland under 21s. There's been a lot of excitement amongst the support of what they've seen of him, and I think maybe a push for him to get some start in the team. How do you enjoy that challenge when you've got players in that kind of form and fit them into the team?
Yeah, that's what we want, and we want a lot of challenges. I want a lot of headaches this season. I hope I have a lot of headaches with making decisions when to use what player, because that will only benefit the team. And Nana is pushing in that way, clearly. In the training with the national team, also the minutes he took here. So if players keep on pushing longer term, they will get their minutes.
On Oscar Cortes, we spoke last time and you said it was going to be a bit more long term. There's been a bit of a reaction from the sport to that, who maybe questioned that Rangers are committed to him in the summer. Do you have any reaction to that? What would you say about his kind of future for the rest of the season? Are you concerned about his fitness or anything?
First, I want to say, before he came to Rangers, he didn't have one injury in all his career. Not in Lens, not in Colombia, nothing. So it's not a player that the club wanted to bring in, who had a big injury record, because those are things we are looking much more into than it was in the past, because in the past there have been several transfers with players having a lot of injuries before, and it kept on going here. So Oscar was unlucky last season with the injury. This is a different one than what he had last season. And yeah, it's true. He's been unlucky in this period. He's here 9 months. Also not longer than that. He's been unlucky in that way, but it's not a player where the medical staff thinks about that is somebody who gets fast injuries or easy injuries or whatever, that is not robust enough or whatever. It can also happen in a career of football, and I hope for him this is the last one. Maybe this is the last one of his career. I hope for him, and it's a possibility, because in all the transfers that's been made, there's a clear voice from the medical staff to dig into the past of players and to have their opinion about players who are in the building, if they're sustainable to play a lot of games in a season, if they're strong enough of that. So that's one of the important points to make a decision about signing a player or not. So that was the same case with Oscar, where everybody from medical staff was convinced that he's a player who will not have a lot of injuries.
Are there any players you're wary of playing against Kilmarnock because of the artificial surface?
No. There are nobody really with problems. If there are players with problems, like Ross is maybe the case, that we need to see what we're going to do with him, how it is the next 2 days. But we don't have players in the squad who will get injured because they play on an artificial pitch. They have more risk than other players. It's not the case. Or you have a bad experience in that way from the past.
How disappointing is it to you that you don't have Haji available for the next few games after so long without?
No, I don't think about disappointments about this or that or all these excuses, and I focus on the guys who are available and to try to get the rest back as fast as possible in the best possible way. So that means also with Haji now to use this time, these 2 weeks, to train really hard and get minutes also with the second team to gain rhythm, but also train really hard like in the pre-season and to use this period in a positive way. So I'm into that for every difficulty that is along the way.
Well, I've seen you talking about your last 12 months. How challenging, as you compare your coaching career, has this 12 months been? And the scrutiny that comes with all that, has it been a step up?
What scrutiny?
Well, the kind of intensity you've got in Glasgow, the media.
Oh no, I don't know if you know the French media or the Belgian media. It's not big difference, boys. Really. Don't worry about that. No. But a lot of things happen in the club. that I didn't expect 1 year ago. Yes, I know. So we look forward to make things better.
Has that made it particularly challenging then? Is it the most challenging season that you had to deal with all this?
No, it's difficult to say because it's not the end of the season yet also. So I had really challenging things along the way. And I can tell you a lot of stories in that way as a player or as a manager. And at the end, if things are challenging and you reach your goals, you have even more satisfaction. We had with Genk, they sold my playmaker, I think 4 weeks before the playoffs started in Belgium. We were in first position. Everybody was saying Genk would die without him because he was the best player. And he went to the States, Pozuelo. I could not stop that because he had a clause in his contract in that way that he could leave every moment for an amount. So I could not stop him anymore, and he could earn 5 times more than he was earning in Genk. So I had a lot of talks with him, but I could not convince him. So everybody thought it was finished with Genk that moment without a playmaker. And then the last game before the playoff starts, the guy who would replace him, who was playing at the number 8 position, Marinovsky, get a red card. And they suspended him for 9 games, and the playoffs were 10 games. So he get this suspension. And then I had to look for a solution, and I found a professor who could explain that it was not a red card. And he helped me in that way in the tribunal to explain that, and he gets, at the end, no suspension. And he played the playoffs, and he was one of the best players, and we win the title. So it was challenging, yes, but if you reach your goals afterwards, you have even more satisfaction. So having challenges, I think it's part of this job. I don't think there are many seasons that managers can say afterwards, oh, this season was really easy, no challenges, no injuries, nothing happened in the club. It doesn't work that way. But people always talk about the good things after, and they forget the challenges along the way. So it's part of our job.
Philippe, can I ask about how your relationship with John Gilligan is developing? Is he somebody you speak to every day? Is he your main point of contact?
Not every day, that's not possible. So he's busy with a lot of things, but regularly we speak with each other, also with George Latham, also with Graham Park. So regularly we meet, and they keep me informed about how things are evolving in the club.
And has that affected your position at all? Given the lack of kind of leaders, a lot of vacancies in key positions, have you had to kind of change your role at all?
Yeah, I had to do more things than I did before in the club. But that's going to change fast now, I think, in the next couple of weeks, and for sure next couple of months.
You're expecting some key appointments soon then?
What is soon for you? So that's a dangerous thing to answer again in Glasgow, or in France, or in Belgium.
Tom Lawrence has been somebody who's been getting a lot of attention when he's been playing, but as part of your job now, perhaps having to factor in losing him in the kind of long term, or the short term, medium term, because of the contract situation.
Yes, I know that. So we need to solve that before the end of the season, what we're going to do with that.
You have to look at perhaps the January transfer window, looking at it then.
We will look in the future about that. What is the best solution to do that?
Okay, thanks guys.